Hi everyone, I'm Frank Masel, one of the co-authors of Triangulo APreciado, and on this section of how we wrote this, I wanted to break down a chapter for you. Perhaps you've turned to the opening of a chapter and you're looking at how the connections break down and the overall layout, and you just want to know more about it. We initially start with every chapter has an opener, and in that opener is where you find a layout of the rest of the chapter. There are always three connections. Hopefully you see those connections grow in depth of what we're asking students to do, but in also development of this topic or product that we're working with. And then finally, after that, we have a page of vocabulary, the vocabulary that we've seen throughout the chapter in different sections, grammar, and then an IPA. Now, I think it's safe to say that each connection has then a segment, and I'll do another video on that so you understand how connections actually break down, but then grammar is left. Now, we included grammar topics that we thought were very difficult, or at least typical conundrums that you would want to look at in your class. But we also put it after the connections for a purpose. We wanted to make sure that every teacher had the right to pull from that or leave the grammar alone and do their own grammar topic. Maybe you see your students don't need help with the preterite or the imperfect. Maybe your students don't focus a lot on subjunctive in your class. But whatever it may be, you can use this section of this space inside of a chapter to introduce or reinforce a topic you might want to do. Now, obviously, for some people, that's going to be going right with the book, but for other people, you have a definite idea of what you want to do and cover. And finally, we end with the IPA, and this is integrated performance assessment. It does include sections and references from each of the connections. However, if you don't want to do an IPA, you shouldn't feel obliged to do it. There's just an overview in the book. The complete IPA is actually available online in PDF format. However, if you would like to dig in and put your own class project there, we think that that's another option. We, the author group, thought that was another option. So we designed an IPA, but we know that that's an appropriate space to put a project at the end that isn't necessarily an integrated performance assessment. So hopefully you get a good idea of how the context of a chapter and every chapter works, but feel free to reach out always if you have any questions. We and I would be happy to respond to that.